For a player known as much for his power and precision as his scientific approach to the game, Bryson DeChambeau rarely exits a tournament quietly. But at LIV Golf Mexico City 2026, the Crushers GC captain made a sudden and cautious decision, one that may prove crucial for the remainder of his season. After battling through 3 rounds at Club de Golf Chapultepec, DeChambeau officially withdrew from the final round, citing discomfort in his wrist. While the announcement came as a disappointment to fans hoping for a Sunday charge, it also reflected a calculated move from a player who understands the long-term risks of playing through injury. A sudden exit with long-term implications. DeChambeau's withdrawal statement was brief but telling. He confirmed that he experienced wrist discomfort during the previous round and chose to step away from competition to avoid aggravating the issue further. His focus, he emphasized, is now on recovery and being fully prepared for the next LIV golf event. For a golfer of his caliber, withdrawing mid-tournament is never an easy choice. Competitive instincts often push players to finish what they start, regardless of physical setbacks. But in this case, the circumstances made the decision more straightforward. Heading into the final round, DeChambeau was not in contention. After 3 rounds, he sat at 2 over par, tied for 41st place, and a staggering 16 strokes behind the leader. With little chance of mounting a comeback, the risk of worsening an injury outweighed any potential reward. In many ways, the decision highlighted a shift in mindset, prioritizing longevity over short-term pride. Struggles at Chapultepec, more than just injury. DeChambeau's week in Mexico City was far from smooth even before the injury concern surfaced. From the outset, he appeared uncomfortable with the playing conditions, particularly the state of the rough at Club de Golf Chapultepec. The course, which has hosted numerous high-profile tournaments in the past, did not meet the expectations of the 2-time US Open champion. During the second round, DeChambeau openly expressed frustration with what he perceived as inconsistent and poorly maintained rough conditions. For a player who relies heavily on precision and calculated shot-making, unpredictable lies can disrupt rhythm and confidence. Every shot becomes a question mark, and even the most meticulously planned strategy can unravel. His frustration was evident, not just in his words, but in his performance. A tournament filled with frustration. The third round added to DeChambeau's woes. A widely discussed putting miscue drew criticism from fans and analysts alike, further compounding what had already been a difficult week. In professional golf, momentum is everything. One poor shot can lead to another, and before long, a round begins to spiral. For DeChambeau, that pattern seemed to take hold in Mexico City. His scorecard reflected the struggle. While there were flashes of his trademark brilliance, they were overshadowed by inconsistency and missed opportunities. By the end of the third round, it was clear that he was fighting both the course and his own game. The emergence of wrist discomfort only added another layer of difficulty. The decision to step away. Given the circumstances, DeChambeau's decision to withdraw was both practical and strategic. With the leaderboard out of reach and his body signaling distress, continuing to play would have served little purpose. In professional sports, particularly golf, injuries can escalate quickly if ignored. A minor discomfort can turn into a chronic issue, sidelining a player for weeks, or even months. By stepping away early, DeChambeau is giving himself the best chance to recover fully. The timing of the withdrawal also works in his favor. With the next event, LIV Golf Virginia, scheduled for early May, he has a window of recovery that could allow him to return at full strength. Not the first injury scare. While DeChambeau is widely regarded as one of the fittest players in the game, his recent history suggests that he is not immune to physical setbacks. In fact, this latest wrist issue follows another injury concern from late 2025. During that period, DeChambeau revealed that he had suffered a finger injury that significantly impacted his grip. He described how repetitive strain from hitting countless practice shots caused his hand to swell and eventually led to a painful breaking point. The injury forced him to rethink one of the most fundamental aspects of his game, his grip. For a golfer, grip is everything. It influences control, consistency, and shot shape. Any change, even a minor one, can take time to adjust to at the highest level of competition. Adapting through adversity. To his credit, DeChambeau managed that transition remarkably well. Despite the setback, he returned in time for the start of the 2026 season and showed signs of regaining his form. The physical demands of modern golf. DeChambeau's situation also highlights the growing physical demands of professional golf. While the sport may not involve the same level of contact as others, the repetitive nature of the swing places significant stress on the body. For players like DeChambeau, who generate immense power, that stress is even greater. His swing speed and aggressive style require a high level of physical conditioning, but they also increase the risk of strain and injury. Over time, even small issues can accumulate, leading to moments like this, where stepping back becomes necessary. What this means for the Crushers. DeChambeau's withdrawal is not just a personal setback, it also impacts his team, Crushers GC. As captain, he plays a key role not only in scoring but also in leadership and strategy. While the team will continue without him for the remainder of the event, his absence is undoubtedly felt. In a format where every player's contribution matters, losing a top performer can shift the dynamic significantly. Still, DeChambeau's message to his team was one of encouragement, expressing hope that they would finish strong despite his exit. Looking ahead to LIV Golf Virginia. The focus now shifts to recovery and preparation. With several weeks before the next event, DeChambeau has time to undergo evaluation and treatment for his wrist. The goal will be to ensure that the issue is fully resolved before returning to competition. Rushing back too soon could risk further injury, something that could derail his entire season. If he can recover in time, LIV Golf Virginia presents an opportunity for a fresh start, a chance to put the struggles of Mexico City behind him and re-establish momentum. A crucial moment in the season. Every season has turning points, and this could be one for DeChambeau. How he responds to this setback will play a significant role in shaping the rest of his year. A full recovery could see him return stronger, with renewed focus and determination. On the other hand, lingering issues could make consistency difficult, affecting his ability to compete at the highest level. Given his track record, few would bet against him finding a way to bounce back. The bigger picture. While the immediate story is about withdrawal and injury, the bigger picture is about longevity. Professional golfers often have careers that span decades, but maintaining peak performance requires careful management of both physical and mental health. DeChambeau's decision to step away, rather than push through pain, reflects an understanding of that reality. It's a reminder that sometimes, the smartest move is knowing when not to play. Final thoughts. Bryson DeChambeau's exit from LIV Golf Mexico City may not have been the dramatic finish fans were hoping for, but it was a necessary one. In a week filled with frustration, challenging conditions, and inconsistent play, the emergence of injury made the decision clear. Now, the priority is recovery. For a player known for pushing boundaries and redefining what's possible in golf, this moment represents a pause, not an in. If anything, it's an opportunity to reset, heal, and come back stronger. Because if there's one thing history has shown, it's that Bryson DeChambeau rarely stays down for long. And when he returns, all eyes will be on what comes next.